Hi, this is Isaac Hickerson with Hudson Incorporated, and in today's video I want to walk you through a little bit of the setup for ATTA and just some general guidelines, some areas where you could start. Now these settings and setup that I go over in today's video may not exactly work for your setup, but it may get you close. I'm dealing with a tractor and planter today. It's a 1795 ME5 planter, 1631. So just make sure you measure your own information and get those settings in there. But just a general overview of it. So this customer is running a Gen 4 display with the Automation 4.0 package. So I'm going to come down here to my ATTA button, and right now it is turned off, so I'm going to go ahead and toggle it on until it tells me there it is not ready. We've got multiple issues. So if I'm going to click in here and see what my issues might be, so I have check marks. I have turned my turn automation on. I have my ATTA master on. I have a guidance line selected. I have told it what I want my headland sequences to be, and we'll go over that a little more here a little later. I have my measurements in there for turn automation. I have my measurements in there for my implement. I have my measurements in for my machine profile, and I have my machine speed automation activation in here as well. So the only thing right now that I'm not meeting is I do not have my headland boundary size defined. So the good thing is it's going to direct me to that. So I hit this yellow button here, and it brings me to my fields and boundaries tabs. I'm going to click inside here, let that pop up, and then I'm going to hit the pencil beside my exterior boundary. So now it tells me for my headlands I can have a constant offset, which means it is going to go the whole length of the field. I can have a top and bottom offset, so I can have a line up here and a line down here, or if I wanted to drive one, I could do that. So I'm going to click the pencil beside my constant offset, and it asks me how big do you want your offset. This particular customer does 2 in rows. You may do 3, you may do 1. So it's 40-foot planter for planting corn. So I'm going to type in that we're running 2 passes, so I'm going to need an 80-foot offset on there, and you can see it's denoted by that yellow dash line all the way around my field. So I hit save, and I hit OK. I'm going to exit out of this now, exit again, and you see now that I have met all the requirements for ATTA to work. So I'm going to exit out here, and now we're going to dive in and look just exactly what we have as our triggered sequences for our headland. So entering the headland, I'm going to hit my pencil here, and for entering the headland on this customer, I'm having it turn off 4-wheel drive to make those turns a little easier. And you can put the distance in there that you want to do that. You can either do a negative or positive distance. Again, that's for entering the headland. So 5 feet before the headland, we're turning 4-wheel drive off. And then right at the headland, we're going to extend SCV1, which means it will pick up my planter when I'm entering the headland. Now for exiting the headland, at 40 feet before the headland, I'm going to have it start retracting, which means I'm going to have it start setting that planter down. It takes a little time to do that, so that's why I chose 40 feet. Again, this may or may not work for your particular setup. This could be just a starting point from you, and then you can mess with it, fool with it from there to get it exactly how you want it. Another sequence we got here is we're going to turn our 4-wheel drive onto auto 5 feet before we get to that headland and exiting it. Okay, so that's the setup I've got. Feel free to set up yours however you want. You can add more steps. I only have 1 step. Same thing if you had some steps for the interior boundaries if you want to set that up. For my turn aggressiveness, I left it at the default 125. Again, for this customer, starting that turn at 6 feet past the headland is what worked for us. And then my max turn speed, which means when I'm coming into my headland and going to start that turn, it's going to slow the tractor down to 5 miles an hour. When I get back into the field, get running, it's going to speed my tractor back up to 5.3, which is my max in field. So, maybe you want your max turns at 4.5 and you want your max infield speed at 6. that's completely fine. This is whatever works best for you. Again, these are just suggestions on how I set this customer up, again, with a tractor and a planter. So feel free to set them up however you would like. But now this customer is ready to start letting the tractor make its turn, slow down, speed up on its own. I also have my turn arrows here. So right now I'm going to turn left. If I wanted to turn right, I would hit turn right. I could hit it twice, make it skip a row, hit left twice, make it skip a row that way. But again, this is just a quick overview of ATTA, how to set those up. And again, it's very important to make sure all your measurements are correct with your implement, with your machine, with your turning settings, everything like that. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Again, feel free to check out our other videos. Thank you.